All right, should we just jump into it then?
Yeah.
All right. Let's put that there. Make sure it's recording. This is what? Number 3?
Yes.
This is number 3. Oh, shit. What are we going to talk about?
I don't know. You're the one with the list.
Yeah, I do have the list. What is...
A foot away from my foot,
Yeah.
but I don't feel like grabbing it because I'm reclined.
That's good. Good looking out. Way to be a team player.
You're welcome.
All right. Just for that, we got to watch Gracie and Shamrock again.
Oh, God. Do we?
No, we really don't.
They had bad luck with those build super fights, the so-called super fights.
Right.
Because UFC 5 was the first one, right? And that was terrible.
I think
And then
so.
we saw UFC 9 last time, and we didn't actually watch that one. We fast-forwarded through it, but it looked terrible.
Just, getting their legs. So, we were going to watch the last part of UFC 9 while we do this.
That was the plan, I think.
Yeah, do we want to do that?
I don't want to do it, but if you pick a good fight, it's going to distract me.
Right. So, well, pick a number.
112.
That works.
Who knows if there will even be free content from that event on YouTube.
It's like...
Anderson Silva versus Damian Maia. I actually know who those people are.
Indeed. But I do not see Frankie and BJ full fight.
That's going to be good.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There's the weigh-in video. Alright, so apparently we can't figure this out, so we'll just go back to UFC 9.
Just go back to 9.
Alright.
It
All right.
was Dan Severn and Ken Shamrock, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Ken Shamrock has been in a couple of stinkers. No offense to Ken Shamrock, but he had bad luck with the super fights, I guess.
Yeah, let's call it that. All right, we'll get to the point here, listeners. Yeah, this is going to be a guard match.
Yeah, we have another shot of Ken Shamrock in someone's guard.
All right, and this goes on for another... Oh, this is only about another 20 minutes, so...
Is this where we left off?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so... Topic, now that we've prattled on and said nothing, everybody's fast-forwarded to the... Nobody that's listening. We can do... Okay, this is the one that I didn't really know what to title it. Yeah, I know what we're going to talk about, but it's just like weird stuff I can't explain.
So you could title it Supernatural Events. Purported. Alleged.
Yeah, that doesn't really roll off the tongue, especially that clipped staccato delivery you got. Fuck it.
I don't know what to call it either. Just
All right, so we'll start with... Yeah, weird stuff I can't explain. Supernatural events or just weird stuff I can't explain. There you go.
yeah, that was better than my staccato and poor word choice title.
Sure. Shall we start with the Angel on Charter Way?
Okay.
Yeah. We just look at the ones that say W on there.
W for weird.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
So, the Angel on Charter Way?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. This was in Stockton, Charter Way. I don't even think it's Charter Way anymore. I think it's MLK, but I it was Charter Way then. And I was getting gas at Chevron because it was the only place that took my fraudulently acquired credit card, to get gas for my truck.
Okay.
I was going over to this one place on the south side. Okay, I think I fixed it. Like,
What even was that?
I was a freaking alarm for something. I think it was an alarm to talk to your mom about her talking to trees tomorrow, or
Okay.
it could have been CPR. It's too early for the alarm to watch Alika's match. That's not until like 7:30, I think, is when Fight to Win starts. But all right, let's get back to it. Angel on Charterway in Stockton. I was at the Chevron getting gas, and the Chevron right there, it's actually a little bit before Charterway. It's right by the crosstown where you come up I-5, and you can take the exit after Charterway, or just the road around to hit 99 or whatever, or go up, stay on I-5. And I was heading to this guy's house whose name was Took, I think. And it's just a place we used to go, gamble at, party at, all that kind of shit. And it's like dusk, so it's not long after I'd gotten up. And it's not there anymore, but right by the Chevron, I don't even know if the Chevron's there, but what used to be there was a Greyhound bus station, all right? And this gentleman gets off one of the buses and just kind of looks around like he's a fucking alien or something like that. Is well-dressed, well-groomed guy. About my height. A little bit on the stocky side, black gentleman. Carrying a suitcase and a briefcase and a suit, and a clean suit. Didn't look like he'd been on the bus for a while. Didn't look like he was, some shady anything, right? He goes over to, this is obviously back in the mid-90s, he goes over to the payphone booth and starts going around and his pockets, like he's looking. I don't know why I'm looking. I'm just pumping my gas, I'm thinking about what I'm doing that night. But for some reason, he just stuck out, So I just kind of looked at him, and he starts, indexing and, feeling around his pockets. And then just kind of picks up his stuff and just kind of walks over in my general direction. And I'm like, what the fuck is this shit, right? He asked me, he goes, hey. Oh, yeah? What? He's do you know where any taxi cabs are? And I'm like, no. I don't think you want a taxi cab around here, man. Are you from Stockton? He goes, yeah. Like it was, like he was trying to verify it inside his own brain or something like that. And he just looked out of place, He didn't have people that get off a bus, especially one either coming to or leaving, Stockton or anywhere like that. They usually have an odor about them. He looked like he just got home from working at a fucking law firm or some shit, right? And he goes, okay. Didn't ask me for anything, didn't ask me for money, didn't ask me for anything. Just kind of stood over there by the payphone. And I have no idea what possessed me. But I just asked him, I go, man, you need a ride? And he goes, that would be nice. I said, yeah, you can put your shit in the back and just get in. And the fuck that I care, I'm a young guy. I know how to fight. Plus, there's fucking everything from sticks and knives to pistols in the damn truck that I could get at easily. Vents on the S10s back then were real easy. You could stuff everything in there. Cops would never find it. They never did anyway. So I didn't give a shit. I was just like, yeah, whatever, dude. And he lived over off of West Lane. And in Stockton. And it was right by West Lane bowling alley. I don't even know it's there anymore. I dropped him off. He's like, "Hey, you want to come inside?" I'm like, "Absolutely not." And he's all, "No, man. I'm just I was gonna go over to the bowling alley to get a drink. I'll buy you a drink, you know." I was like, and he's like, "I just gotta drop some stuff off in my studio." I'm like, "Studio? What the hell do you do?" He's like, I'm a singer and entertainer. I just got back from Reno. Okay, not, I'm thoroughly convinced he's not trying to pick me up or something like that. And so I'm just curious at this point, what the fuck is this guy? Why is this guy? You know?
Why do you exist?
Yeah, basically.
I
yeah.
need an explanation of what's going on with you.
Yeah, and his name was Wayne, if I remember correctly. We get to talking, and we fucking talked all night, just bullshitting, you know? And I said, man, and this is like, I met him at like, 5 o'clock or something like that. This is like 9, 10 o'clock at night. And my pager is fucking blowing up, everybody's asking. And then the pages start coming in 911. And I'm like, man, I gotta go, And he's like, yeah, no problem. It's just like, he's like, here, give me, he took his business card. So give me a call, you want to hang out or something like that. It's cool. I was like, all right, dude. And he had a personal or a cute take on his phone number. The last 4 numbers corresponded to the words or to the letters LIVE. So it was like 209-555 live.
Mm-hmm.
Or live, depending on how you read it, right? I finally get to a payphone and I call one of my cousins or something like that. Where the fuck you at? It was pretty common for me back then, as it is up until recently, to tell somebody, hey man, I'll be back in a sec. And I wouldn't see him for like a week or 2.
Right.
That was just what I did, And I was like, where the fuck you been? I was like, I was just out. And it's like, fucking Took's house got raided. There was this fucking guy that, I don't know how he just kind of fucking wandered around. He kind of looked out of place, but he wanted to buy dope. He wanted to gamble. Said that he, had a job, but he worked for Manpower. Do you know what that is?
No, never heard of that.
It's a fucking temporary agency. It's a huge temp agency.
Okay.
So, apparently this motherfucker was a narc. He was an undercover cop. And, yeah, everybody that showed up there that night got fucking popped. And that's where I was heading, right before I met Wayne. I don't know if that's fucking divine intervention or what, but...
Wasn't there more to this one? Because I've heard this one before. Like, you tried to contact him after that.
Right. Not like the next day or anything like that. This was a week or so. I called. No, I drove by. I was on West Line, and I was like, fuck it, man. I pulled in to his house. And it was about a week later. Nothing. There was a fucking full studio there. I literally saw it. And it was semi-furnished, but it wasn't furnished like how our house is furnished. But it looked like somebody lived there, and it was a fucking proper house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I went and knocked on the door because you did that shit back then, and nothing. Looked inside the windows. Nothing. Went to fucking Westline. Called. Near. The number you have reached is no longer in service at this time. Please blah 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 blah. Never heard. Never saw him. Poof. Again. I don't know if that's fucking supernatural or whatever, but it was certainly weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much information did you have about him? Just first name, phone number?
First name, phone number. That's it. And a description. Well-dressed black man. Yeah. That narrows it down. I mean, shit. Nothing outrageous. He didn't have a weird haircut or, he didn't have seal scars on his face or anything like that, or, Tony Montana scar or some shit. It just, who knows what might have happened. I don't know. What's another W on there?
Let's see. This really is a catch-all weird category.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, and we're probably gonna. And this is kind of a weird, not podcast conversation that we're doing here on May 21st, 2022. Your Auntie Sharice's birthday today.
Yes.
We've established that. She'll be 28 again.
Let's just do Toys R Us woman with bad
fuck.
memory.
I don't know why I left that thing on the fucking list.
This is the second time something like this has
Yeah,
happened.
and let's okay, we'll make this one short and sharp. I was working at Toys R Us. I was 19. This is the first time I dropped out of college. And I was working at Toys R Us. I think it was in Concord or Martinez. Fuck something. And this is just some of the weird shit that happens to me. And I'm sure this happens to all people, or not all people, but it happens to a lot of people. But it was just a little off-putting, because A, she was really fucking hot, and B, why the fuck would you do that, She worked there. She was seasonal work as well as I was. She was a little bit older than me. She was like early 30s. And good looking, short, curvy like a racetrack. And we flirted a lot, and I asked her out, and she's like, "No, but I'll cook you dinner." And she gave a specific date. It's like, cool, I'm 19, I don't give a shit, right? Yeah, cool, that's great. Cook me dinner? Fuck yeah. Because I think I'm going to get sex and food, so woohoo.
Right. I take it that you're going to not get one of those things and possibly not get either.
No. Stay with me. Stand by. Now, at the time, she was divorced. Cool. So I go to her place. I get the directions there, and we don't even make it through dinner. We don't even make it to dinner, and which was great, and we had a lot of fun. lived out a lot of fantasies, all that good shit. We take a shower and then go eat dinner, and she proceeds to talk about her separation.
Okay.
I thought you said you were divorced. Well, no, we're kind of, in a bad place right now. And I'm, at the time, I'm still too naive, and I'm like, I don't know if this bitch is fucking snowing me or whatever, but I just, got the hell fucked out of me, and I got good food, so it's like, your mind is elsewhere, right? We go play a little bit more, round 2 and whatnot. And afterwards, as we're lying there, it's getting on to 2, 3 in the morning. And she goes, I have a confession to make. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I thought maybe, she had kids or that, she was sick, or something. I was like, oh, fuck, what the fuck, dude? So I'm actually still married. He's at work right now, and he works, the swing shift. So you should probably go right now.
I wonder how close did she cut it telling you that?
I don't know, because she said swing shift. And he was in the military. And
oh, great.
Yeah.
Oh, this just gets better and better.
Yeah, I saw pictures of the fucker, and he's he was a healthy motherfucker. And I was just like, what the fuck is, I've done some shady shit, but just the fact that, she went from divorce to separation to, he's at work, within the course of, sex, food, and shower, and a little bit of, sleep. And we actually fell asleep for a little bit, after we ate and after round 2. And I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
So you got both of the things that you were promised, but there is a catch.
Yeah, and I ran out of there, barely clothed. Nobody chasing me, none of that shit. I get in my truck, but I've got, shoes and socks in one hand, shirt in the other, and, I'm holding my pants up because I just put on fucking pants and grabbed everything else and just booked, And so that's how I drive home, 80, 90 miles an hour. And I got fucking pulled over. And I'm like, oh shit. And they usually fucking take a long time to get to your car unless there's some kind of, unless it's a chase or they know why they pulled you over or some shit like that. It was like, no. He just fucking came right up to the goddamn car, And I was like, and he goes, what are you doing? And I said, look, man. And I totally told him. I fucking spit everything onto him. And I was like, look, man, I met this lady at work. She said she was divorced. Come to find out, she invited me over for dinner, that she's not even divorced or separated. Her husband's just at work, and he was coming home pretty soon. And so I fucking grabbed all my shit and got out. And he goes, wait right here. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? He grabbed my license. He went back, checked it. And he says, drive slowly. And that was it.
Yeah, you only got to drive 80 or 90 for the first few miles probably, and then you're in the clear.
I guess. But it was just one of those things like, what the fuck? How did I get myself into this stupid position? But
I feel like she got you into it.
Yeah, I mean, I could have dug deeper, said something or anything like that, but did I mention she was hot?
Yeah, that doesn't really sound like a bad decision on your part.
No.
Just working with the information you had. And
Yeah.
nothing bad came of it, so I'd say you shouldn't even regret it.
No.
Got this great shot of Ken Shamrock lifting weights.
All right.
That has a lot to do with fighting.
All right. So where are we in this narcissistic fucking odyssey? What's the next one?
Okay, so we've done the top of the list. I feel like I shouldn't be completely uncreative and just go down the list top to bottom.
Well, just fucking pick one, dude. This not logic.
Yeah. Okay, so how being broke saved a life tornado. That didn't sound grammatical.
No, it was probably some kind of fucking typo. How being broke? Yeah, that's another weird one. Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing all the weird ones.
Yeah. But that is weird because I was working at TGS and I was still kind of a degenerate, drinking and partying.
Really?
Yeah. And my fucking checking account was almost always fucking overdrawn, right?
Okay.
Yeah, but I banked at MidFirst, at the same one that Mom and Pa did, right?
All right.
Okay. But our company, and this is back, obviously this is 2000, I think it was 2003, 2002, 2003. It wasn't the May 3rd tornado, it was the May 8th, May 9th ones. So that was like 2002, 2003.
Okay.
Yeah, the ones that came through and did a lot of damage.
I might have been living in the state at the time.
Yeah, no, you guys were like on telephone, I think. You were like,
yes.
Yeah, because you were, I think you were at St. James, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that, we did all the work around that area, the building where you used to practice Taekwondo.
Really?
Yeah, no, I think I might have even worked on some of your parents' or your grandparents' rent houses. Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, so fucking weird. And because we always ate at Maria's.
You did. We ate there all the time.
Oh, dude, we almost certainly crossed paths. I know I probably crossed paths with your mom at one point or another, but
and this was
Ron Jeremy, the ring announcer, looking like fucking Opie Taylor.
Yeah, I was gonna say he looks nothing like the familiar Ron Jeremy.
Not looking like the Hedgehog. He's looking like Opie. UFC 5. All right. Focus.
We're watching UFC 5 again.
Oh fuck no, we're not. Fuck that shit. Big John McCarthy.
Babyface, Big John McCarthy.
Babyface, Big John. Where were we? Oh, being broke. Okay, so yeah, I'm living in Oklahoma, living at Moore Manor.
It's like 5 years before I actually met you, right?
God, I was still dating. Never mind who I was dating then. Okay. It's so weird. Yeah. Anyway, it was like 2002, 2003, May 8th, May 9th. The tornadoes just came through and ravaged. But it was payday, and which was Thursday for us at TGS. And I remember I was on a job site with Joe Tolles. Funny motherfucker. Good guy. And I remember it was right before we were about to head back to the shop for the day. He was like, man, feels like tornado weather. You know? And I was like, okay, whatever. We get back in the truck, we get back to the shop. And I grabbed my check and everything, bullshit a little bit. And then, I head out to Arvest Bank, not to MidFirst. This is, no direct deposit, none of that shit. Well, the reason I was going to Arvest is my bank account was overdrawn, and at the time, you couldn't get any money out until any check cleared if your account was overdrawn. So I would have to wait to get money to go party that night or whenever. And then we usually clear by like Friday night, but still, it's like I want money now. So what I would do is I go to Arvest, cash it, and then drive back to MidFirst, write my account, and then take the money and, pay bills or more than likely go fucking play. All right. So
Sounds like you really had your priorities straight.
completely, right? Yeah. So we're at Arvest Bank. We get that, and I'm heading out, and the weather's getting a little bit weird. And I hear a few tornado sirens, but it's fucking Moore, Oklahoma. All right, South Oklahoma City, North Moore. Fuck it, you hear the siren. I mean, my fucking apartment, and I didn't know this, was literally the one in Moore Manor. You never went there. But it was like 50 feet from a fucking tornado siren. So every Saturday at noon, for like a minute, and you're like, oh man, that's an instant cure for a hangover. But
Sounds like something that would exacerbate a hangover.
oh god, it's like you're awake, you're alive, you're in the world, you're in a different dimension, whatever. So I leave Arvest, I'm heading back, and I go to the store and get like a 12-pack or something like that. Get some cigarettes. Dinner. And
Right.
and I'm heading back down Broadway Extension. All right? I'm heading toward Mid-First. And I'm stopped at a stoplight there. And this is when I was still driving the LeBaron, that old convertible, right?
Right.
And I got the fucking piece of shit radio blasting, and I just turn it down for a second because I look around and I go, where are all the birds?
They know what's up.
Right. Yeah, I had no idea what was going on, but I was, noticing the ripples in the water, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, they're a little ahead of the curve. You're a little behind.
Yeah. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? Where are the birds? Light goes green. And I noticed this drop in temperature. It was like a sudden, 8-10 degrees. I swear that's what it felt like, right? And the rain just came sideways, just like, and I was like, holy shit. It wasn't painful or anything, but it was just like unnerving. And way, way out in front of me, right before Broadway Extension turns into Janeway, there was this thing moving around in a circle.
That's not the shape you want to see,
Right.
in that context.
Yeah, kind of like a funnel, And, you see shit just being spewed all around, car parts and debris and dirt and all that. And I'm processing what the hell is going on as I'm seeing the fucking, a tornado from a distance. A tornado that looks like it came from where Steve and Shannon and Dane then lived and where I lived, because I didn't live too far from the Broadways, right? And I was like, holy shit. I got to get to my bank. That was what I thought. So I drive like 15 miles an hour, and there's no one on the road at this point. Apparently, they'd all figured it out. And so I drive, and the freeway 35 that I got on, because you got to get on and then get off of that one exit right there to go to like Maria's or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. It's like after 12th Street. Or maybe it was 12th Street, whatever. I drive, and there's like lumber in the road and all that, a fucking school bus on the side of the road, and I was like, fucking tornado just came through here, right? So I keep driving. I think everything's going to be fine, right? I'm fine. Yeah, this will be okay. It went by. And I noticed, man, there's nobody anywhere doing anything.
Tornado can't cover the same path twice, so you're good.
I don't fucking know. I didn't go to meteorology school at OU, dude. I went to something else.
You went to many schools.
I went to many schools.
Many things aside from I just almost said meteorology. Don't even ask me what that is, but it's like
Well, it's
kind of like set theory, but different. It's about heart-whole relationships, I think. But anyways, meteorology, you didn't study
it. Right. Okay, so... But there's something, you know, my fucking lizard brain is telling me, hey, dude, don't go there. I pull into that, you remember where Maria's is, right? Or was?
Yeah. Used to live right next to there.
Right. And there was a martial arts school, like right directly on the same street.
Mm-hmm.
And then right across, there was that gas station.
Yeah.
Right there by the freeway. Yeah, I pulled in there, and there was 2 young girls hiding in there. I went in to get something. I don't know what. I think I just went in there for no reason. And they were like, "You've got to come!" And they reached for me. And I was like, "Whoa, shit." You know, no. And I fucking ran back. And then I drove to the bank. And there was nobody there. Nothing there. And this is before ambulances and everybody had got on scene. Steve was fine. I think they were down in the shelter because his house at the time had a shelter. And so I'm driving down Janeway to get back to Moore Manor, and man, the fucking devastation. It's like it cut a swath through these houses, and there were some that were damaged, like just kind of rickety and looked like they were, off their stilts, basically. And then there's some that were just gone. I know that house. I know the people that were there. It's like their house is fucking gone. Nothing but a foundation. And maybe it's a little melodramatic or anything like that, but Moore Manor has another apartment complex that's like right next to it. It's in the same fucking parking lot, basically. And it didn't really do much damage to us. It skated right by us. Or more like it just went through all those houses in that neighborhood behind the apartment complex, jumped over us, and then hit the fucking apartment complex right next to us. And it looked like King Kong and Mike Tyson just used it as a heavy bag. It was just all fucking jagged and off center, and everything was fucked up. And it kind of freaked me out because I was like, man, I might have been driving in that. I might have gotten caught in that. I don't know how fucking realistic that is, but
if you had not been poor, that's the takeaway, right?
If I had not been a degenerate with my money at the time, yeah, I probably would have gotten caught in a tornado.
So God occasionally favors the poor.
No, favors me.
Okay.
Likes me.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Because Hail Caesar.
Right.
Yeah. And Dewey Phillies.
Yes.
Right.
That sounds right.
Right. Right, yeah. Where are we on now? What are we... Wait.
Okay, we're doing Saw the Devil One Night. I know this one is more supernatural.
Yeah.
Half the time when I pick a topic off your list...
These were supposed to be fucking things I was going to write about, and for some reason it's easier to do that.
Well, you can still do that.
Fuck you. I know I can.
Yeah.
You tell me to do that. Or tell me that I can.
You can
do
kill one bird with 2 stones if you want.
Yeah, you can kill a stone with 2 birds. Can you? I don't think you can. Anyway.
There were a lot of issues with that.
Yeah, that's all right. Anyway, I was dating Stephanie, whose parents did not like me.
This seems to be a recurring theme.
So, what's your point? No point? All right, good deal.
I was just making an observation.
Oh, okay.
Could you pick a shitty fight?
Yeah, I'm working on it. Who knows?
Why don't you pull up Francis Ngannou versus Derek Lewis?
All right, we'll do that.
I saw this one live at Wing's place with jiu-jitsu people, and
Ngannou versus who? Lewis?
yes,
It's already up there. There we go. All right.
they're both knockout artists, and they just kind of shuffle around,
Awesome.
not wanting to engage the whole time.
I wouldn't want to engage either one of them.
I wouldn't either. I don't think I would fare well.
No, they're, I mean, besides being professional fighters, they're beasts.
Yeah.
Anyway, and I'm sorry, and like Ngannou, didn't he did get like arrested or kidnapped or something like that, and then like left out in the desert to die, like several times.
Yeah, didn't he work in salt mines in
Jesus.
Ghana or something before he went to France?
I mean, seriously, dude, it's like a fucking movie, No wonder he's a badass motherfucker. Anyway, I'm dating Stephanie. This is in the mid-90s. In Stockton. And I'm sober this time. And I wanted to take her out for her birthday. Unbeknownst to me, her parents decide that on the day that I was going to take her out and, do all the good boyfriend stuff that I very rarely did, they want to go gamble. And so they head up to Jackson, to the casino up there, and they go gamble. And I finally get it out of, Stephanie's siblings where they're at. And so I head up there. It doesn't take me long to get there. And I find them right away. It was really weird. They needed Stephanie to drive them. Neither one of them drove. I found them right away, and she said, I'm sorry. I tried to call, but they really wanted me to go, and I tried to text you or page you, but I said, yeah, fuck whatever. I said, I want to, and I'm bitching, totally out of line on my part, and the night feels weird. I'm angry. Things are winding down with me and Steph, and I didn't know it. I didn't see it. But she says, I'll meet you, as soon as we go home, and then, we can hang out. And I was like, fine, whatever. And so I wait for them to go. They're not there much longer. They pile out, get into their truck. Stephanie takes off, with her parents, and heads back to Stockton. That's where they lived, over on the east side. Sort of. Now it's windy country roads and all that shit coming back from Jackson. Takes me like 4 hours to get back. I keep getting lost and don't know where. I know these roads, man. I mean, obviously this is not before GPS and all that shit. I have no idea where I'm going, and just I keep turning around. And I was following her, and then I just lost her. And she drove fucking 45 on the freeway, and
Sober.
I'm sober. Yeah, I'm totally sober. And so I can't explain what happened next. But I'm driving in my truck, my S10, and I'm just on a road, and I must have blacked out or something. I don't remember it, but I'm on this road, and the next thing I remember is I'm driving toward a scarecrow. It's animated, it's anthropomorphized, whatever, It's a scarecrow that's moving. It's alive, right? and he's beckoning me, with his finger, curling it toward me, like, come, weird fucking look on his face, and had something all over his face, looked like paint. Maybe it was blood. I don't know. I was not in a good headspace anyway, but I was sober that day. I remember that. And I just kept looking at him, and I was like, what the fuck? And I snap out of it. I just like, what? Shake my head, and I'm heading toward a fucking tree in the middle of a goddamn field.
What?
And just like brake, e-brake, everything, downshift, everything. What? And just fucking sit there, shake for a minute, have a cigarette, and then I pull into a diner, a drive-in, a truck stop or something, and I get a soda or something. And I just sit there and just collect whatever the fuck I had for thoughts at that time and try and get my mind right. And I had no idea what that was about. Like I said, I was sober.
Could it have been sleep deprivation or something?
I slept the night before.
So it can't be. I mean,
I don't know what
if
it
you
was.
slept at all the night before, it wouldn't be enough.
And I've never done acid. I had
no acid flashback then.
Yeah. I mean, I've done mushrooms, but...
you don't get flashbacks from that.
Yeah, that's the only thing even remotely psychedelic that I've done.
Yeah, that sounds like acid flashback, or... Actually, it sounds like sleep deprivation, possibly caused by amphetamine use. Sounds like that.
Yeah, but that was like shadows. I've seen those things. They're like shadows or bobcats in trees or something like this. This was different.
Was there a tree anywhere around when you saw the scarecrow?
No.
Was it like the scenery completely changed when you snapped out of it?
Kind of. I was on a road heading toward the scarecrow, and then I was in a field heading toward a tree. And you've seen the fucking... There's lots of fields out here that just have like one tree or two trees.
Yeah.
They clear them for like hay like they do over here and shit. No, it freaked me the fuck out. I finally get my shit together.
That was the only thing that happened in the fight, that kick you just saw.
Oh, that's awesome. It's an awesome kick, too. It almost connected.
I think that kick won him the fight. I think that single kick won him the fight.
Yeah, that's sad. That's really sad. But I finally collected my shit, right? I got my shit together, and I drove. And Stephanie, 20 minutes later, I run into her, and they're at a stop sign, like waiting for me.
What?
I kid you not.
Wait, what?
I was closer to Stockton than I thought. I have no idea. I never went back trying to find that tree. I never went.
At a stop sign waiting for you?
Yeah. She was at a stop sign. She actually stood up to her parents. Something like that.
That's a little weird.
Yeah. I never went back. It scared the shit out of me. Because I knew it was, the only thing came through my mind was that was the devil. That was the devil. You need to change your lifestyle. Something.
I've never had an experience like that.
Yeah.
That is so weird.
I mean, it wasn't quite as traumatic as my blowout on I-5, but it was definitely unsettling.
So, just to recap, you're following Steph, and then you just lose her, and you can't even explain how, because she doesn't drive fast, nothing like that.
Yeah, I took a turn, or maybe they went. I don't know.
And then you're lost. How long are you lost for before you encounter the scarecrow?
Quite a while. More than an hour.
more than an hour.
Yeah.
So you're driving around, you have no idea where you're going, more than an hour in a familiar area.
But I think I know where I'm supposed to be going. Yeah. So.
And then you just drove by a field and there was a scarecrow in the field?
No. I was driving and then suddenly.
It's in the middle of the road?
I'm driving and then suddenly I'm on a road and there's a scarecrow I'm heading toward. I don't know if it was the same road I was on. It was, but like I said, I was sober.
But the scarecrow appears in the middle of the road.
Yeah. And
That's weird.
I'm heading right toward it. You know?
And then when you try to shake it off, basically,
I just shake my head and close my eyes real quick, blink.
you're in the middle of a field,
I'm
heading
in a field.
towards a tree.
Yeah.
That's so fucked up. How long do you see the scarecrow for? Like 3 seconds? 5 seconds?
It felt like an eternity, but it was probably only a few seconds.
That's so weird.
If I could draw better, I could draw it. I still know what it looks like this day. I could tell you. It was very, very tall. 6'6", 6'8", something like that. Dirty plaid flannel. It was like red and black or something like that, but it was dirty. I had jeans, had boots, long fingers, red face, and some kind of fucking antiquated hat, something that you don't see normally. Nothing fancy, something that you would see in like The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly or some shit, Old cowboy movie by, random extra number 6, But yeah, just later on in life, I just attributed it to some kind of delusion, maybe something resulting from drug and alcohol use, even though I was sober that day. I hadn't done any drugs for like a few days.
Yeah, if you hadn't done anything for a few days and you never did acid, so you couldn't have had a flashback, and you slept the night before, even if you just slept a little the night before, it wouldn't...
Yeah, that's why it's so weird.
Wouldn't be possible for it to be sleep deprivation.
Yeah.
I do have to apologize to Lewis. I saw him throw another kick. He might have actually thrown 3 kicks or something. That's what won him the fight, not 1 kick.
There you go. Anyway. But yeah.
I like that one. I'm really interested in supernatural phenomena, but I just haven't experienced any myself. I had one, but I was so young that it's something you can easily attribute to false memory or whatever. And it was at night, so you can always attribute that too.
Right. But
sleep paralysis or whatever, and I've been sleep paralysis, but...
Yeah.
What time was it when you encountered the scarecrow?
Oh, it was fucking late. It's past midnight.
Were you sleepy?
I don't remember. I know I was very, very, very angry. So another theory was that, I just had an, adrenaline dump. And body reacts in certain ways.
Yeah, but
I honestly don't know.
Telling you to come forward and then you're driving towards a tree?
Well, it's not fantastical to believe that I blacked out behind the wheel and veered off the road into a fucking field.
That is possible. Just the fact.
Well, yeah, that's what happened. But I don't know where Scarecrow fits into it, and I don't know why I saw that and then went and just woke up right before. And it wasn't like, I stopped 2 inches away from the tree. I was a good, 30 feet.
That's still really close.
Yeah, it was still very unsettling. And not the only time I've had shit like that I can't explain. But
anything aside from that and Wayne? Because I knew about this, I knew about Wayne.
Right. I don't know. Let's see the list.
Okay.
Let's see. I don't know that I've got some of those on there. Some are just funny. And some... Yeah, there's not really much on this list here about like supernatural stuff, you know. Just weird shit, you know. I mean, like the Ford Thunderbird fire and the Boy Scouts that rescued me.
Okay. Is
Yeah.
this on there?
Yeah.
I didn't see this one.
Yeah. That was the Thunderbird from the other story that had the Colorado plates on there.
Okay.
Yeah, this was my $500 car that I financed, man. Took me a month to pay that fucking thing off. Bought it from Star Motors or something in Edmond. And I was bouncing around at the time. Didn't know where I was going to fucking live. And still kind of hanging out with JoJo. And we were out in Kingfisher. The home of... what's his name? The preacher, tape measure mentality.
I don't remember the guy's name.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a town in Oklahoma. And the Thunderbird, it was a '79 Thunderbird, and this was in '99, and it had not been well preserved. So I'd have to pull over every once in a while, let it cool down. It overheated. I didn't have money to fix it. So, you know, just pull over, you know, let the radiator cool down a little bit, put some water in there, smoke a cigarette, and then get on the road. Well, I just left work. I'd gotten paid, and I was going to move out. Well, I had everything in my car that I owned at the time. And car started overheating. I pulled over. And it was a long way from Edmond, or not, a fairly long way from Edmond to Kingfisher where I was crashing at. And, well, overheating quite a bit that day. And this was payday. I had just gone and paid the last payment on this car. And I'm driving. Pulled over like 3-4 times to let it cool down. I finally get to, you know, about a quarter mile from where I'm staying, because I was going to crash there that night and then head down to Edmond and check into a hotel down there, the Red Carpet Motel, basically, right?
Okay.
Well, I get to about a quarter mile from the house where I forget who was there. I know, I think it was the Cowboys' parents. Anyway, I was crashing there. Fucking car just keeps overheating. Last time it overheats, I was like, fuck, man. Okay, so I pull over on the side of the road. Like I said, I'm a quarter mile from there. And I pull the hood release. Well, it comes off in my fucking hand. You know?
That's not good.
No. All right? And most cars have this thing called a fucking firewall, right?
But this one...
It had it. I'm sure it had it.
At one time.
I mean, it doesn't have it now, but anyway, I start smelling something. It smells like burning, you know? And then flames come out from behind the fucking dash. Mind you, I've got everything in my in the car that I own, because I packed it up that day, and because I wanted to be ready. For some reason, I packed it up that day, not the next day. You know? So I packed it up, and I got everything in there. And the fire comes, and I fucking leave. I bolt out of there, right? Run 30, 40 feet, turn around and look, man, and the car is just engulfed.
Oh, no.
It is fucking burning. And I look and I go, you know what? I don't want to be that guy that runs, no fucking action movie sequence. It didn't go kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. None of that shit. It just fucking, it was on fire. And I was like, I got nothing to put this out with. And only a fool goes and tries to, get his clothes and, a couple fucking trinkets and shit like that, tools, out of a goddamn car. So I said, fuck it. I had my money in my pocket because I just, cashed my check. And I had my ID. I didn't have a license at the time, but I had an ID. And that was it. And I started walking. I was like, fuck.
So at this point, you own nothing.
I got clothes on my back, and I got a paid-for car that's on fire.
You own nothing. Were you happy?
Yeah, apparently. No, I wasn't fucking happy. My car was on fire, dude.
So you owned nothing, but you weren't happy.
So I'm walking on the side of the road. It's like, 6 o'clock, something like that. And not a very well-traveled road, but this guy pulls up. Now, to say that he looks like he came out of Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, extras, is an understatement. Just big old boy, white guy, bald head, big beard, not attractive. And two kids in the back of in the bed of the pickup, are looking at me like I'm some kind of fucking zoo animal, right? And they're about, 12, 14, something like that. And they're just weird looking. They're weird looking kids, right? And everybody's in Boy Scout uniform. The kids were scouts. The dad was like a scout master or whatever. It just looked fucking weird scenario, right?
Okay.
And they were like, "That's your car on fire?" I said, "Yeah." And I think he asked me, "What happened?" And I was just like, "The fucking car's on fire." And he was like, looked at me like he was offended. And I was like, okay, I better watch my tone here real quick. I don't know what the hell I'm getting into. I don't know who these people are. And he's like, "You want a ride?" Yeah. And then they give me a ride up to the fucking trailer, right? And it's about 100 yards away. And they started asking weird questions like, "What are you going to do? You going to go back and get it?" And I said, "No, probably not." He's all, "Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. I don't think you should go back." "Do you live around here?" I said, "No, I'm just staying here." "That's good too." "Yeah." "So you're moving?" I said, "Yeah, I'm moving." "Where are you moving to?" "Texas." "Oh, okay." And they go, "Which one is your place?" And I was like, "You know what? Just drop me off here. I'm good. I'm good. Just drop me off here. I'm good. I'm good." Right? And so a rational person would have, got somebody and, "Hey, give me a ride. I need to go check in this place. Talk to my boss." All that. Fuck no. What did I do? I fucking partied all weekend.
Okay.
Went to the bar with people. Got high. Did a whole mess of shit.
Well, what do you have to lose at that point?
Right. And so I got a ride Sunday, but I'm out of cash. So I get a ride to Edmond, and that's when I was homeless. I could have stayed out at Kingfisher for a while, at least a little bit longer, but I was done. Didn't like the vibe there, and I just needed to be on my own. I So I think it was either JoJo or Cowboy or somebody dropped me off. And I had the keys to the gate. And so what I did is I just took what little money I had and bought some food, some cigarettes, and opened the gate, closed the gate, locked it, and went and climbed in one of the older trucks. There's a derelict truck there. It still had the windows that worked, everything, and just slept in there for a few nights until payday, and then did that every night until I got enough money to pay for my $120 or $119 a week motel room. And just
Living large.
Yeah, living large, dude. That was awesome. But it was definitely weird. Is there anything else on that list? Because YouTube has given us a good fight.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
We need something bad.
Yeah.
It's the fight that Jones completely won. First fight against Gustafsson.
Yeah, totally.
No doubt about it that he won decisively.
Yeah, no doubt.
And by decisively, I mean by decision.
Let's switch it up a little bit. Let's watch Mike Tyson versus Tony Tucker.
Oh.
Yeah. There we go. This will be nice and whatever. Larry Marchant. So is there anything left? This is already an hour long.
There are a few things left.
Yeah, this is already an hour and 6 minutes long of us prattling on and on and on.
We've got two more.
What do we have left?
We've got two women with the same name. Sarah Johnson.
It's not really that interesting. Fuck that one.
Okay. Let's do the only one remaining then.
Oh, that's the Gerber baby one?
Yeah, the night he met the original Korean Gerber baby in Chief Walks with the Beat.
Okay, so we'll end this on a happy note because this was kind of fun.
Cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is kind of cute actually.
This is a nice change of pace from you sleeping in a random derelict truck because you owned nothing after your car caught fire.
Yeah, and what was probably serial killer Boy Scout troop number 74 that gave me a ride.
Yes.
Okay, so this is, I don't remember exactly what year, but I know we can pin it down because The Return of the King, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, opening night, the midnight showing. And I was dating what the hell is her name? I remember. I got a picture of her. Miranda. That's what it was. It was weird because I never met somebody who was Mexican that had a name like Miranda. You know, I'm sure there's probably other ones out there, but she was the first one I met. That's why it stuck in my mind. But she was like, "Hey, you want to go to the midnight showing?" And I was like, "Yeah, Dad, are you down?" She said, "Hell yeah." And so I said, "Hey, I'll get tickets," you know. And it was up at, I think it was up at Penn Square, and it was awesome, dude. It was I think she and I were the only ones like not in costume, you know, and even some of the theater employees were dressed up. It was just kind of cool, you know. Some of the shit I used to do that with Bryce and them, you know, and Christine and whatever. But I go get the tickets, and I'm walking out to go to my car, and there's two people that look like they don't look like they should know each other, you know? Not sure exactly how old they were, you know, late teens, early 20s, something like that. They were a little bit younger than me. One was this guy. He had a cowboy hat on that didn't look like it was for work, but it wasn't nice enough to be for show, you know?
Okay.
It was black hat, and he had a scruffy, patchy beard, and wore all black. And I mean, he was seriously a Modest Mouse song, okay?
All right.
You know?
Cowboy Dan over here.
Yeah, it's Cowboy Dan. And I know you're not going to be able to see this on the recording, but I'm going to give you a representation of how he walked. All right? So he's talking to his friend, and he's just walking like this. Almost like he's walking to music.
Okay.
You know? And it's just like, you know, one step, dip with the left, and dip with the left. And yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting that dip with the left part.
Okay. Talking to him, walking around with him and like going nowhere, they're just, you know, hanging out. I'm sorry, he's Caucasian male, probably about 5'8", you know, very slender build, patchy beard, and like I said, black clothing and that weird cowboy, air quote, cowboy hat that walked with a dip to the left and a dip to the left. Next to him was this beautiful young woman, average build, nice body, looked like she shopped at the Gap, you know, just or someplace like that. Everything that she had on was very in vogue, but not too flashy. It wasn't like, you know, Hot Topic blew up, you know, threw up all over her or anything like that. Just beautiful young woman, Korean, long hair but pulled back into a ponytail. She had black glasses that were not cat eye, but kind of close to what like yours are, a little square, but small. Very pretty, and had a great laugh. And they engaged me when I walked out. Maybe I was staring at them, you know, because to see this guy just kind of walking with a dip to the left and the dip to the left, and you know, and then she's, you know, laughing. I hear her laugh. It was just, you know, beautiful laugh. And they were like, "Hi, how you doing?" I said, "Hi." So, what are you doing at the mall? Are you shopping? I thought they were trying to sell something or beg for money or some shit like that. And I said, I'm heading home. And it's like, oh, okay. Well, I'm the original Korean Gerber baby, and this is Chief Walks with the Beat. What? She goes, yeah, I'm the original Korean Gerber baby, and this is Chief Walks with the Beat. I don't know their names. That's how I know them. We talked. This is like 5, 6 o'clock. I'm supposed to go meet Miranda in a couple hours. I ended up talking to them for like 4 hours outside of the mall. Just right there. And we talk about nothing. We talk about everything, all this kind of stuff. And the stupid and most banal thing. She asked me, she's like, oh, what sign are you? And I said, guess. And I go, I'm trying to be flirty. I said, guess and you win a prize. And she's all, you're born in May. You're probably a Gemini. And I said, wow, that's amazing. She was like, ah, and squealed and all that kind of stuff. And Chief walks with the beat. The white guy in the freaking bad cowboy hat who walks with some kind of limp. Didn't say much, but he's not mad. you know, she's like, oh, what do I win? What do I win? I said, you win a kiss. And she's like, oh, great. Threw her arms around me, and we just fucking start making out. And I'm like, okay. This is happening. And so we hang out, and we make out, and we talk, and it never really goes any further. And I said, I got to go. She goes, oh, I know. You probably got a date or something like that. She's are you going to go to the midnight showing? And I said, because it was pretty common knowledge. And I said, yeah, that's why I'm here, to get tickets. He said, oh, well, I hope you two have fun. If you ever want to see me again, just come to Denny's after midnight. We're in there usually having coffee.
What?
And
That's quite a weird ritual to always be in Denny's after midnight drinking coffee, or even enough of the time that you could tell someone, yeah, you'll probably find me there.
And I never told anyone about that. Didn't tell Miranda. Went back home. She's like, where the hell have you been? I said, it was a long line. I lied. Big surprise, you know. I took her out. We got dinner. We went to the movies. We had a great time. We went home, did the boyfriend-girlfriend thing. And next night I went to Denny's. Must have stayed there 2-3 hours. Nothing. I went like 3 or 4 times after that. Never. Went to Penn Square Mall. Never saw her again.
Huh.
Neither her nor Chief Walks with the Beat. So that was
That's
my
a
one...
Wayne Tier event.
Yeah, that was my one and only meeting with the original Korean Gerber Baby and Chief Walks with the Beat.
Imagine if one day you just ran into original Korean Gerber Baby, Chief Walks with the Beat, and Wayne in the same place.
That would be weird, especially considering their vastly different age groups. Wayne is West Coast, and the other two are living in Oklahoma. But that would be bizarre, especially if I saw a scarecrow.
The Scarecrow makes an appearance as well.
Okay, so I lost track. What do we resolve?
The Scarecrow wants to tell you, oh no, these are my people. I'm misunderstood. I've been sending you all these messengers.
Right, yeah, sure.
Trying to help you avoid trees.
Right. But let's end on that note. On the original, my meeting with the original Korean Gerber Baby and Chief Walks with the Beat.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I'm sure somebody will think this is racist. Oh, look at him. He's trying to not to say stuff.
Yeah. As soon as we started the recording as white men, plenty of people already thought that it was institutionally or implicitly racist or something.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know them. But let's stop this right here. Because we got things to do. And I think this is a good stopping point.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add?
I want to add that for some reason Mike Tyson appears to be missing a patch of hair just above his hairline on the top of his head, a little on the right side.
It was a style, youngster. Stay woke.
I feel like it wasn't.
You see Don King's hair, right?
No.
You see Mills Lane's hair, right?
No. I don't know
You
who
see
these guys
Tony.
are.
You see the slightly taller than Mike Tyson guy with the big hair and then the much bigger guy. I mean, Tony Tucker, he's got like a mullet going on.
Yeah, Tony
Right.
Tucker has hair.
Yeah, he's 6'5" too. So.
He is gigantic,
Yeah.
and he has hair everywhere on his head. Mike Tyson has hair on most of his head, but
Yeah.
there's a spot where he doesn't have any hair.
And if you watch real closely, you can see there it was right there.
I feel like Tony Tucker might get knocked out.
It's actually really quick. You got to see it. But no, let's end this here because we're just prattling on. We're like commenting on the fight. So, what do we resolve?
Let's see.
Don't fucking think. Use your brain.
Wayne,
No, what do we resolve? Not what did we do? Not a syllabus.
okay.
What did we learn?
We learned that people come and go, and some of them
Shut up.
are strange.
Shut up.
Scarecrows come and go as well.
You're bad at this.
They bring bad luck.
All right, so we're signing off. This is the longest one yet. It's like an hour and 20 minutes, dude.
Well,
All right, so this is number 3 of the Not Podcast Narcissistic Journey, telling stories because I'm too lazy to write another book that no one else will read. Extravaganza.
yeah.
Okay. All right, so there's nothing else. This is Michael, and this is...
Miles,
All right. Say goodnight, Miles.
good evening.